The dark side of the female mind. Discover women's deepest secrets. 1. The hidden reasons behind female manipulation. Men often wonder why some women seem manipulative. Female manipulation is often rooted in deep-seated insecurities and the need for control. From an early age, some women learn that they can use manipulation to get what they want, whether through emotional blackmail, mind games, or distorting the truth. They realize that they can influence men's behaviors and decisions by exploiting their emotional weaknesses. Sudden mood swings, guilt and victimization, and empty promises are common signs of this manipulation. If a woman frequently changes her behavior from caring to cold for no apparent reason, this could be a sign of manipulation. Manipulative women often put themselves in the role of victim to make you feel guilty and give in to their demands. They may make promises they never intend to keep you waiting and investing in the relationship. 2. How they use sexuality to control men. Sexuality is a powerful tool that some women use to control men. They know that male sexual desire can be an effective weapon to get what they want, be it attention, favors or commitment. Using the promise or withholding of sexual intimacy as a bargaining chip to get something in return, using seduction at specific times to divert attention or influence important decisions, and making the man feel guilty about his sexual desires or needs, manipulating your emotions and actions are common sexual control tactics. 3. The real reason why they test men's limits. Many women test men's limits as a way to check their emotional strength and stability. These tests can range from small provocations to major emotional challenges. They want an emotionally strong partner who can handle difficult situations, validate that the man truly cares and is committed, and establish a dynamic where they can have the upper hand at crucial moments. Testing limits is a way to validate whether a man really cares and is committed, as well as establishing a dynamic where they can have the upper hand at crucial moments. 4. The secrets they never tell about their ex-relationships. When it comes to ex-relationships, many women prefer to keep certain details secret. This could be to avoid judgment, preserve a positive image, or simply to not expose your own vulnerabilities. They may omit toxic behaviors they had in the past so as not to harm the new relationship, hide the true reasons for the breakup and keep comparisons between their ex and current relationship to themselves so as not to generate insecurities. Details such as the true reasons for the breakup, toxic behaviors, and comparisons between the ex and current partner are often kept secret. 5. The crude truth about women's interest in money. Interest in money is a delicate topic, but it is a reality that many women seek financial security in a partner. This doesn't mean they are all interested, but financial stability is often an important factor in female attraction. Money offers a sense of security and stability, which is attractive to many women. Having a successful partner can improve some women's social status and self-esteem, as well as envision a more comfortable future full of opportunities with a financially stable partner. 6. How they use male vulnerability to gain an advantage. Male vulnerability is often exploited by some women to gain emotional and material advantages. They may use sensitive information shared in moments of weakness to manipulate and control the relationship. Using revealed vulnerabilities to make the man feel guilty or inferior, threatening to expose secrets or weaknesses if they don't get what they want, and using weaknesses to demoralize the man and increase your own position of power in the relationship are common ways of exploitation. 7. What they really think about emotionally open men. Although society often promotes the idea that men should be emotionally open, the reality is that many women still have difficulty dealing with this. They may see emotional openness as a weakness or may not know how to respond appropriately. Not all women are emotionally equipped to deal with male vulnerability, leading to conflict. The way a man deals with his emotions can affect the respect and attraction a woman feels for him. 8. Why they speak badly about men in private conversations. Speaking badly about men in private conversations is a behavior that many women use to vent, seek support or strengthen bonds with other women. This can be harmful and create a negative dynamic in the relationship. Venting about relationship problems can provide emotional relief and support from friends. Speaking badly about partners can strengthen bonds between friends by creating a feeling of, we're all in the same boat, in addition to expressing frustrations that are not expressed directly to the partner and shared in private conversations. Understanding these dark aspects of the female mind can help men better navigate relationships and avoid being manipulated or deceived. Knowledge of these dynamics is essential to building healthier and more balanced relationships. Pay attention to the signs, communicate openly, and stay firm in your values and boundaries to avoid falling into emotional traps. Remember, respect and reciprocity are fundamental to any successful relationship. If you liked these tips, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave your own experiences and questions in the comments. Let's continue. Women's mind games, how they manipulate men without them realizing. 1. The secret tactics of emotional manipulation. The covert emotional manipulation tactics used by some women can be surprisingly sophisticated. They can involve a variety of techniques that aim to exploit men's emotions, often without them realizing it. From small changes in behavior to the use of carefully chosen words, these tactics are designed to trigger specific emotional responses. For example, a woman may alternate between being extremely affectionate and distant to keep the man emotionally unstable and more susceptible to giving in to her demands. Furthermore, the use of intermittent praise and criticism can create an emotional dependency, where the man constantly seeks her approval. 2. How they use guilt to control situations. Another common method of manipulation is the use of blame to control situations. Women can make men feel responsible for their feelings and well-being by using statements like, "If you really loved me, you would do that for me," or "You hurt me when you do that." These statements are designed to induce a feeling of guilt, leading the man to act in accordance with her desires to alleviate this negative feeling. Guilt is a powerful tool because it takes advantage of men's inherent desire to protect and care for their partners, causing them to make decisions that do not necessarily reflect their own interests or desires. 3. The real reason behind women's tests and challenges. Female tests and challenges are another form of emotional manipulation that often goes unnoticed. These tests may include trick questions, provocative behavior, or deliberately complicated situations to see how the man reacts. The real reason behind these tests is usually linked to a need to validate the partner's commitment and emotional strength. Women want to know whether a man can withstand emotional pressure and whether he will remain loyal and trustworthy in difficult situations. This behavior can be seen as a way of ensuring emotional security, but it can also create an environment of constant tension and uncertainty for men. 4. The subtle signs you are being manipulated. Identifying the subtle signs that you are being manipulated can be challenging, but it is crucial to avoid falling into these mind games. Some signs include sudden changes in your partner's behavior, a constant feeling of walking on eggshells, and frequent feelings of guilt or inadequacy. If you find yourself constantly questioning your own actions and feelings, it could be an indication that you are being manipulated. Paying attention to patterns of behavior and how they affect your emotions is essential to recognizing manipulation. 5. Why they fake vulnerability to gain advantage. Faking vulnerability is another strategy some women use to gain the upper hand in a relationship. They may present themselves as fragile or emotionally wounded to evoke a protective response from the man. This behavior can make a man feel needed and compelled to make concessions or sacrifices to help his partner. However, this vulnerability is often a carefully constructed facade to manipulate the man's emotions and actions, creating a power imbalance in the relationship. 6. How to identify and disarm female mind games. Disarming female mind games requires self-knowledge and firmness. First, it's important to recognize the signs of manipulation and understand that you are not responsible for your partner's manipulative feelings or behaviors. Establishing clear limits and communicating your needs and expectations assertively is crucial. Not giving in to guilt tactics or emotional testing can help maintain emotional integrity and prevent manipulation from negatively affecting the relationship. Additionally, seeking support from friends or a therapist can provide an outside perspective and additional strategies for dealing with these situations. 7. The psychology of manipulation. Understand feminine techniques. The psychology of female manipulation often involves techniques that exploit emotional and psychological vulnerabilities. These techniques can include creating emotional dependence, where the man feels unable to make decisions without his partner's approval or guidance. Another common technique is gaslighting, where the woman manipulates the man's perception of reality, making him doubt his own sanity or judgment. Understanding these techniques is the first step to disarming them and regaining control over your own emotions and decisions. 8. The impact of mind games on relationships and how to avoid them. Mind games can have a profound and negative impact on a relationship, creating an environment of distrust and insecurity. These games can erode intimacy and trust, leading to frequent conflict and resentment. To avoid these negative effects, it is essential to establish open and honest communication from the beginning of the relationship. Both partners must commit to respecting each other's feelings and limits, avoiding manipulative behaviors and seeking to resolve conflicts in a healthy and constructive way. Ultimately, the key to avoiding mind games is to cultivate a solid foundation of mutual respect and transparency in the relationship. If you liked these tips, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave your own experiences and questions in the comments. Let's continue. Women's dark secrets, what they don't want you to know. 1. The unspoken truths about female sexuality. Female sexuality is often shrouded in mystery and taboo, with many unspoken truths that can surprise men. Contrary to popular belief, female sexuality is not always passive or dependent on male desire. Women have intense and complex desires that are not always shared openly. Many hide their deepest fantasies for fear of judgment or because they believe that men would not be able to understand or accept them. Additionally, society often represses the expression of female sexuality, making many women feel the need to keep certain aspects of their sex lives secret. 2. How they really choose who they go to bed with. When it comes to choosing sexual partners, women use criteria that go beyond simple physical attraction. They consider factors such as security, emotional compatibility, and the potential for a long-term relationship. While physical attraction is important, many women also value traits like confidence, stability, and a man's ability to understand and respect their emotional needs. In many cases, they can test these aspects before making a decision, observing how men react to different emotional and social situations. 3. The tricks they use to test male loyalty. To test male fidelity, some women employ subtle tricks that may go unnoticed. They may, for example, observe how their partner interacts with other women or create situations where temptation is deliberately introduced. Another common trick is to check your partner's online behavior, including their social media interactions and message history. Some even involve friends in their tests to see if their partner can resist the temptation. These tests are a way to assess a man's loyalty and commitment, although they can create distrust and tension in the relationship. 4. Why they maintain friendships with ex-boyfriends. Many women maintain friendships with exes for a variety of reasons that may not be immediately obvious to men. In some cases, the friendship can be genuine, based on respect and an emotional connection that has not completely dissipated after the breakup. However, other times, staying in touch with an ex can be a way to maintain an emotional support network or even ensure an open door if the new relationship doesn't work out. For some men, this can be seen as a sign that the woman is not completely committed to the current relationship. 5. The hidden truth about female desire for alpha men. Female desire for alpha men is a controversial but real topic. Women are often attracted to men who exhibit characteristics of leadership, confidence, and dominance, which are perceived as alpha qualities. These men are seen as protectors and providers, traits that many women find attractive in a partner. However, it is important to note that the concept of alpha goes beyond aggressiveness and can include the ability to show vulnerability and empathy, something that is often ignored in superficial discussions on the topic. 6. How they manipulate social media for their benefits. Social media is a powerful tool that many women use to manipulate perceptions and obtain benefits. They can carefully curate their online images to attract attention, validating their appearances and lifestyles. Furthermore, some use social networks to monitor and even control their partners, observing interactions and activities. Social media also serves as a platform to test the interest of other men, maintaining a constant flow of external validation that can be used to reinforce your self-esteem or as an emotional control mechanism. 7. The secrets of past relationships they hide. Women may hide secrets about their past relationships for a variety of reasons, including shame, fear of judgment, or simply to avoid conflict. These secrets could include the real reason for past breakups, toxic behaviors they've exhibited, or even relationships they'd rather forget. Hiding these aspects can be a way of protecting the image they want to project to their new partner and avoiding discussions that could put the current relationship at risk. 8. What they really think about men who forgive cheating. When it comes to men forgiving cheating, female opinions can vary widely. Some women may see forgiveness as a sign of strength and empathy, while others may interpret it as weakness or a lack of self-esteem. In some cases, forgiving a betrayal can reduce the respect a woman feels for her partner, leading to a power imbalance in the relationship. It is crucial that men understand the possible emotional and psychological repercussions of forgiving cheating and carefully consider whether the relationship can fully recover after such an event. Understanding these dark secrets can help men better navigate relationships and avoid being manipulated or deceived. Knowledge of these dynamics is essential to building healthier and more balanced relationships. Pay attention to the signs, communicate openly, and stay firm in your values and boundaries to avoid falling into emotional traps. Remember, respect and reciprocity are fundamental to any successful relationship. If you liked these tips, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave your own experiences and questions in the comments. Let's continue. The raw truth about women, uncovering women's lies and manipulation. 1. Why they always want to be in control. Many women have an intrinsic need to be in control of situations and relationships. This need can be driven by a combination of factors, including personal insecurities, past experiences, and a society that often pressures women to be strong and self-reliant. By being in control, they feel they can protect their interests and avoid being hurt. To achieve this, they may use a variety of tactics, from emotional manipulation to imposing strict boundaries in the relationship. This control is a way to ensure that your needs and desires are met, but it can create an unbalanced dynamic where the man feels constantly monitored and directed. 2. The common lies they tell on first dates. On first dates, it's common for some women to present a polished version of themselves, telling little lies to impress or appear more compatible with their potential partner. These lies can range from exaggerations about their professional achievements to omissions about important aspects of their lives, such as past relationships or financial matters. They may say they have hobbies or interests that they don't really have, just to bond faster. These lies, although they may seem harmless, can complicate the relationship in the long run, creating a foundation of distrust when the truth eventually comes to light. 3. How they use appearance to manipulate perceptions. Appearance is a powerful tool that many women use to manipulate perceptions and influence how they are treated. They know that society values beauty and therefore invest significant time and resources to maintain an appearance that attracts and maintains the attention of men. This may include the use of makeup, strategic clothing, and even cosmetic procedures. By presenting a carefully curated image, they can influence men's expectations and attitudes, often leading them to make positive or negative assumptions based on external appearance alone. This control over perception can be used to gain social and emotional advantages, as well as to manipulate situations to your advantage. 4. The secrets of female conversations, what they really say about you. Conversations between women often reveal secrets and opinions that they do not share openly with men. During these conversations, they may discuss intimate details about their relationships, including criticisms and concerns that they would never mention directly to their partner. These dialogues can serve as a way to validate your own perceptions and get advice on how to handle certain situations. Knowing what is discussed in these conversations can provide insight into how they really view their partner and the relationship, offering clues about possible problems or dissatisfactions that are not openly communicated. 5. The truth behind female loyalty tests. Loyalty tests are a common practice used by some women to assess their partner's fidelity and commitment. These tests can be subtle or direct, from asking trick questions to creating tempting situations to see how the man reacts. The truth behind these tests is that they often reflect deep-seated insecurities and a need for constant confirmation of a partner's loyalty. Although they may seem harmless, these tests can undermine trust in the relationship, making a man feel constantly watched and judged. It is essential for both partners to communicate openly about their insecurities and work together to build a solid foundation of trust. 6. How they use emotion to win arguments. Emotions are a powerful tool that many women use to win arguments and influence decisions. By expressing sadness, anger, or frustration in an intense way, they can destabilize their partner emotionally, causing them to give in just to restore peace. This tactic is often used in discussions about sensitive topics or during conflicts, where emotional manipulation can be particularly effective. Using emotion to manipulate can create a vicious cycle where men feel they must constantly suppress their own needs and opinions to avoid intense emotional conflicts. 7. The impact of female lies on male self-esteem. Women's lies, whether big or small, can have a significant impact on men's self-esteem. When a man discovers that he has been deceived or manipulated, he may feel inadequate, devalued, and betrayed. These experiences can lead to a loss of trust, not only in your partner, but also in yourself and your ability to judge situations and people. Constant concern about the veracity of a partner's words and actions can create an atmosphere of distrust and insecurity, negatively affecting a man's emotional and mental health. 8. How to protect yourself from manipulation and be a strong man. Protecting yourself from female manipulation requires self-knowledge, assertiveness, and the ability to establish clear limits. It's crucial for men to recognize the signs of manipulation and learn to trust their instincts. Communicating openly and demanding the same transparency from your partners is essential to building a relationship based on honesty and mutual respect. Additionally, seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can provide a valuable outside perspective and effective strategies for dealing with manipulative situations. Being a strong man does not mean being insensitive or dominant, but rather having the ability to maintain your integrity and self-esteem even in the face of attempts at manipulation. Understanding these dark aspects can help men better navigate relationships and avoid being made fools of. Knowledge of these dynamics is essential to building healthier and more balanced relationships. Pay attention to the signs, communicate openly, and stay firm in your values and boundaries to avoid falling into emotional traps. Remember, respect and reciprocity are fundamental to any successful relationship.